Q&A part 2. I feel like showing my face is time because last time I showed my face, I don't think that went too well. I don't think I should have done that. That was me in grade 9. Now I'm in grade 12. I'm graduating this year, actually, which is quite the treat. Today I'm going to be answering some of your questions, and I have about 60, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to answer all of them. I just wanted to give you guys a quick little reface review. This is what I look like. Now back to the drawn version of me. Before we start answering some questions, I'm gonna urge you all to subscribe to my animation channel, baby. I know you people have seen me advertise before. I know you have. So why not support me and subscribe? In all seriousness, I do really want to grow this channel. I have some really cool things coming up for it. I want it to be as big, if not bigger, as this channel so I can build a following from my animations. Some of you know that it's my dream to make a cartoon series, so this could be a really great start for me. If you guys could subscribe to the channel and try to help grow it by sharing it around, it would mean so much to me. I'm already working on an SML animation that I'll be uploading on there very soon, so be on the lookout for that. If there are any other animations you want me to do, let me know in the comments. To subscribe, the link will be in the description. Now, let's start with the questions. Starting with Jenny Wakeman 15. Who is your favorite Total Drama Plushie Mayhem character? This has always been more of a difficult one for me to answer, but I've definitely racked up some personal favorites while making the series. Red Bear, Steve, Quacky, and probably even Yoshi are some of my favorites. Yoshi Plushmaker asked if I will ever make a TDI animation series. Honestly, with my own characters, I kind of wish I could since it would gain the popularity I'd need, but this would be extremely time consuming and I'd need a lot of help. So I haven't really seriously considered it. Oh, and he also asked why Eminert is such a simp.
Jeez, man, is it such a crime to love women? Lucina makes my heart warm. Peach is hot. Wiggler was kind of scary, actually. Rosalina, I mean, I could name like 100 people.
Caroline asks how I came up with funny videos and what's the funniest video I've ever made. Coming up with jokes usually depends on the character that I'm playing. For example, I can make a lot of jokes with characters like Red Bear or Monokuma, but it's a little more difficult for characters like Rosalina. For funniest video, I'm not sure, but I did really like Plushroom Island episode 2 and Mario the Deceiver in terms of humor. Also, most of my Mario Kart Plush videos. Bunny with the top hat asked, for Pichu, what have you been doing after Total Drama Plush? And for Kermit, have you ever heard of Danganronpa?
Total Drama, I'm so past that. Personally, I was pretty ticked off after my unfair elimination, and the fact we weren't even re-invited for another season. But, you know, I've been working out, self-improving if you couldn't tell. Evie still doesn't want to date me, so I'm kind of just focusing on myself.
And Kermit, have you... What are you doing? Am I interrupting something? No! Deshaun asked, how do I pace my videos and what is the best way to do it? For me, I trim almost every single one of my clips when I'm editing a video. It makes the video run a lot more smooth and fast-paced, and it's also a good idea to try to cut out any stuttering or mistakes. I also find it easy to have a rough idea of the plot in my head. For Waluigi, what other places are you gonna go to?
Waluigi is going to be going to a lot of different places. I am so glad you asked. Waluigi is planning to go to school. That's all I pretty much have. But let me know if you have any ideas. Waluigi might even go on a walk. I don't know. Whatever. Waluigi will go wherever he feels like it.
For Tyler, what kind of music do you listen to? Thanks for asking. I'll listen to anything that's popular, really. Rap, pop, R&B, doesn't really matter to me. Wait, does that make me sound basic? Super Freddy Plush asked what my favorite voice to do is. Steve, will you continue 16 or Detention Air? I'm not gonna lie, I don't see myself continuing Detention Air because I don't really have much motivation to. 16, maybe I'll push out a bit more episodes, but Detention Air, I'm not sure. And what is my favorite Total Drama season? Probably World Tour or Island, actually. Also, I would be so down to collab. What is my favorite video game? Probably Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I know it's a basic pick, but Mario Kart is my favorite franchise of all time. Junior, who do you get along with the most?
Obviously, I get along with my papa the most. Well, not all the time, I guess, but I guess Toad. He's pretty cool.
Nintendo Gamer Kid asked 10 questions, but since I can only answer so much, I'm going to answer about 3. Dragonite, what have you been up to?
What's up, geeks? You guys probably missed me judging by the comments I've read. I'm clearly the fan favorite character, but like Pichu, I've been working out. In fact, me and Pichu have been working out together. You see, Jolteon and Eevee broke our hearts pretty bad. I don't think I deserve that kind of treatment. Neither does my boy Pichu. So, we hit the gym. Pick-a-Peck's stupid bird brain can stay with Jolteon all he wants, cause now we're picking up hotter chicks.
Hey, sweetheart!
Kill yourself.
Mario, why are you mean to Wario and Waluigi?
I have to wake up at 1 p.m. for this? Let's get the questions over with. Why am I mean to Wario and Waluigi? Let's just say, we have a high school history. What, you wanted more? Screw off. Good night.
Bryce wants to know, Tiger, what are your opinions on Roy in the Killing Game?
Hey man, I can't hate on bro for real. In fact, I want to get closer to him, you know? He seemed like a chill dude and I need to learn to humble myself sometime. The Killing Game can be really stressful for a dude, man. But Roy's just always chill and I can respect that. Maybe I'll spend more time around him.
How did you and your girlfriend meet? Well, I was walking on the sidewalk, and she saw me, and she was all like, oh my gosh, it's Plushie Kingdom TV. Oh my gosh, I'm such a huge fan. And then I was all like, yeah, you want an autograph? Obviously, I'm lying. We met at school through, like, a friend. And over time, we just got closer because she liked the same virgin shit that I did, like Mario and SML. If I was in Total Drama, what would happen? I think a couple people asked me this question. I feel like I wouldn't be good on the challenges. But if we're talking manipulation-wise, I would crush the competition if you see me on Total Drama Roblox. I am such a great gaslighting manipulator on Total Drama Roblox. I'm actually crazy. Brent the Based asked, what made me start YouTube? Now, there are a lot of different channels that gave me inspiration to do what I'm doing today. I got inspiration from a lot of well-known channels, while some of the other ones are, a little strange to say the least. Even some TV shows, obviously. As a kid, I've always had a great imagination with my toys, and I would play with my toys any spare chance I got, and the lore would be insane. But there was this one video, I remember it was like the breaking point of me making a YouTube channel ultimately. It was some like Baby Mario Goes to School thing. I watched it in 2017 and went like, oh my gosh, I need to start a channel now. I still don't remember why, and I don't think I even watched it ever since. Also, my favorite Cartoon Network show is Total Drama, but if we're not counting that, then it's Gumball. And yes, Mail is an instrument. Koopa, Yoshi, Jolteon, and Pick-a-Peck. After you guys won Total Drama, what did you do with your money? And Pick-a-Peck, how does it feel to win Total Drama Plushie Mayhem?
It was really stressful. We all had to turn on each other and make alliances. It really wasn't easy. Plushie Mayhem was the worst season I've ever competed in. Although I did get very far, and the money really helped with fixing my injuries.
The money helped with me too. Now, I've started my own business, and I live in a huge house. I gambled all my money away, but it's okay, because Pick-a-Peck won 100,000 times my prize money. Still wondering how they got the budget from that. I tried to enjoy my money before I had to go back to that dumpster fire Camp Plush and Aqua, where Red Bear told me I was gonna have to compete in another season. Seriously, such a waste of time. It felt really good to win though, and to stick it to Dragonite.
Kermit, what's your favorite starter Pokemon? And Emernerd, are you an M&M filled with caramel or regular?
If I had to pick a favorite starter, it would probably be Chikorita, cause Chikorita's green, like me, and Chikorita's very cute.
You ask a very great question. I'm actually filled with peanut butter, although at the same time, I'm very allergic to peanuts. So if it were to get on my skin, well, it hurts a lot.
Pink Yoshi Anime 1819 asks, Mario, what's it been like hosting Skatoony Plush? Who's your favorite contestant?
Well, I've gotten to meet a lot of interesting people. I'd say Bowser Jr. because he's really climbed himself up the ladder over the years. And Marco because he wasn't annoying to deal with. The only bad part about the job? Sylvester. He's the worst.
Mario and Luigi fan asked, hey Junior, how sad were you when Toad died?
Well, it felt horrible. I just wanted to give up right then and there. I wanted it all to be over, but I knew I couldn't do that. I wasn't thrilled to know that he was going to murder someone in the first place, but I couldn't really blame him. If only it didn't have to be him. Thanks a lot for giving me PTSD.
What's my favorite character I've created? Probably Red Bear, but believe it or not, Emernerd's up there too. If you get me to 1 million subscribers, I'll give you my social security number and my credit card numbers. Will there be a scrum debate in the next trial? I think I'm going to do one. There won't be one in every trial, but it's definitely something I want to try out to spice up the trials a little more. Have you ever heard of this Venture Camp? I've actually watched it recently after pretty much ignoring it for the past couple years, and I have to say it is pretty good. The The animation is amazing. Most of the characters are a little unlikable, but there are some good ones, and I have yet to watch All Stars yet. I only watched the first episode. Elijah asked my favorite Danganronpa character. Gonta, Kaito, Chiaki, Kazuichi, and Fuyuhiko are some of my favorites. And building on that question, Phantom also asked which one is my favorite from each game. Mondo for Trigger Happy Havoc, probably Kazuichi for Goodbye Despair, and Gonta for V3. The worst season I've made is obviously Plushie Island, but if I had to pick a least favorite aside from that, probably Plushie Action, because a lot of the things that happen in there don't make a lot of sense. I feel like I made some good choices about the winners, probably aside from Plushie Action again. I really wanted to make Steve win, but I ended up making Jolteon win so that it would be less predictable for Steve to win. Looking back, I really should have went with my gut. Koopa was another one that didn't make a lot of sense either. And yes, a lot of the characters I made are based on real people. More specifically, people I go to high school with or people I've met in the past.
And don't think I forgot what you did. You'll be hearing from my lawyers.
For this one, I'll answer the last two questions. The first Toll Drama season, I remember watching around the time I started watching Teletoons, when I was like 3 or 4. They were airing like World Tour, I'm pretty sure. Revenge of the Island is another one I watched at a very young age.
And Waluigi is so very gorgeous for so many reasons.
Lakitu, are you secretly a truck? And Toad, can you make another video on getting advice about how to get a girlfriend? And yes, Red Plush fan, I will have pizza with you.
What kind of a ridiculous question is that? Of course I'm not a truck. I mean, am I? I am the host of Mario Kart, and a lot of people drive trucks, and I'm really good with cars, and I'm an engineer. What if I'm secretly a truck? What if I'm secretly a truck?
Of course, man! I'll tell you what, if this video gets 100 likes, I'll do a part 2 to that.
Why are videos never put into playlists? Well, I've thought about doing that to all my series, but you know, a lot of people have already done that, which I appreciate. But I'll probably do more if you guys want. Also, thank you for that nice comment. This is Omar. He helped out with the Discord that he created for the channel, which you should join, by the way. We talk about a lot of different stuff in there and do things. He says do more side videos. I will, if more people watch them. And to Charmander, what's it like being the worst Pokemon in existence?
What an unpleasant thing to say. Absolutely unbelievable. You'd probably pick Squirtle if you had the chance, huh? He gets all the glory. I hope you don't find what you're looking for at the grocery store.
Does Junior have a crush on someone?
Not really, no, but that can change.
Red Bear, how much money do you have from Plushroom Island?
A lot of money. Just think about how rich I was after Plushie Mayhem. Now that season was my cash cow.
Noko, how did it feel to make the final 3 in Plushie Mayhem?
You know what? I'm actually proud of my performance. I overcame so much obstacles, but I met new people and really got over the death of my dad.
Dweeb!
Score Bunny, what are your views on the current Palestine and Israel conflict?
Oh, that situation? I have so much to say about that.
Kirby, do you love food?
Cubby loves food.
Hey Kirby, what's going on? For this one, I'm gonna answer the first 2 questions. If I were to change one of the villains from any of the past seasons, who would it be and why? I'd have to go with Sharpedo, specifically in Plushie Action, not in Plush Tour. I kind of just brought him back later in the season so I can have a character that could stir up some drama between the contestants, but it felt like kind of a lazy write-off, and that's kind of why I retired him early in Plushie Mayhem as well. And how do I plan the elimination order? I usually have a rough idea of who's gonna make it far and who's gonna get eliminated in a season, but aside from Plushroom Island, it's usually pretty improvised. Normally, if I'm planning an episode, I'm gonna be planning who's getting eliminated in said episode. Snorlax, for example, was someone I wanted to cut early in Plushie Mayhem, but because I never really found the right timing in the first probably 7 episodes, I decided to keep him around until the final 6 because I thought it would be funny. For Plushroom Island, however, I do have a more set elimination order, but I am still deciding the final 2. I'll touch on Ridonkulous Race after. Nothing, she sucks. As said before, Junior likes his dad. Sharpedo and Jolteon, what are your best moves so far, and have you used them on Plushie Mayhem?
Well, I really like Crunch. As you can see with my big teeth, I eat quite a lot of things, and those who are my enemies are no exception.
I'm a fan of Thunderbolt. I can't recall if I've ever used it on Plushie Mayhem, though. I guess you'll have to rewatch the entire series to find out.
This one is a new subscriber. Welcome to the channel. Since my day wasn't anything too crazy, I'll answer the second question. I don't really physically write any of my characters, more just plan them out in my head, but I usually just try to have each character have a personality unique to them. It's hard to explain how I come up with plot, but I usually just get ideas from random things that happen to me in real life. Pick-a-Peck and Jolteon are still in a relationship. For Billy, do a flip. And no, I've never watched BFDI, but I've heard of it, and I'm not too sure what it is. If you could explain it in the comments, maybe I'll check it out. I do really like the way they animate their characters, though, from what I've seen. How are my animations doing? They're doing quite well. I am struggling with trying to grow my animation channel, but it's still fresh out of the water, and it would really help if you guys subscribe to it. I did say earlier in the video that I was working on an animation, but believe it or not, that is now done. I'll link it in the description so you guys can check it out and support me because it would mean so much. I'm also thinking of making a top 5 total drama video to get people really reeled into the animation channel. And finally, the last question. This video has been hell to edit, so I will not be answering anymore. I'm so sorry if I couldn't answer your question. I was trying to answer the ones that differentiated from each other most. But for the first question, I actually have thought about making an alternative ending for Total Drama Plushie Mayhem, but I figured it would be a lot and the finale was a lot to record. I've also thought about doing audition tapes, but I never got around to doing that. So let me know if it's something you guys would want to see. And for the very last question, to Link and Wendy, do you both love each other?
I could go on a rant on how much I despise him. First of all, double-crossing me like that? Wow, you have some nerve.
You could say that.
And secondly, after doing all the bullcrap he did, he didn't win the $1 billion. Wow! Wow!
What a useless man.
Yeah, that's really nice. Can I go home now?
Why do you people like him over me? Why?
That's gonna do it for this Q&A video. If you guys want me to do another one, I will for sure make a continuation. Touching on future videos, I'm planning to make another Plushroom Island. I'm not really planning to continue Redonkulous Race, however. I'm so sorry to everyone who wanted to see that. I started it off a while ago and I didn't really see it going anywhere, and on top of that, it wasn't really fun to record, so I'm not sure if it'll ever make a comeback. Danganronpa Plushroom Peak will definitely make a comeback. It's the series that I'm the most excited about right now. I can't wait to show you guys the trials, the future chapters, and all that jazz. Anyway, this video is getting way too long, so I'm just gonna cut it here. Thank you guys for watching, and bye. Subscribe to Plushroom Animation.